I mean, Frost did win the Walter Cup for a reason, and it showed today.
Perfect.
Like, she's out here, like, busting her ass, like, because T.O. all the way, baby.
See, exactly. We have a true fan right here.
This is Fan First Network.
I know obviously they didn't win today. They won the first game of the season. What was something you noticed that the Sceptres weren't really doing in this game? Like, what was the reason they lost?
I have a feeling they could have been maybe a little bit more aggressive and leaving, like, less time for the other team to score and stuff. Yeah.
I agree with her. I think they could have been more aggressive and had a little bit more like accuracy and speed, in their shots.
Thank goodness I'm not the coach, because they're in tight. It's like the easy answer is like the miracle pill that gets the Spoon gal, Natalie Spooner, back ASAP to get some goals to counteract the deficiencies on defense. That's really all it is. It's like this was just a dominant team.
I think we played well. I think we just couldn't keep the puck on our sticks. I think that the passes were on, except we couldn't capitalize on the shots and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think Minnesota just has a good forecheck. I think they keep the pressure up pretty high. They just got to work out on breakout passes and everything.
Natalie Spooner, to be completely honest with you. Spoonie, if you're hearing this, once you come back, it's over for everybody else. We love ya.
Spoons.
Yeah. Yeah, please come back. Please come back. We need you to come back.
I think a little nitty, gritty, dirty kind of hockey. Or not like dirty, but get mucky and messy in the corners and hungry. Yeah.
I think I saw the Sceptres on the ice more falling down on the ice from an aggressive Frost body check or push than I did the Frost, right? It was very aggressive this game, so I think you're absolutely right. The aggression needs to be there. They need to be more assertive.
I really think they got to come out really hard fast, and I think that's where we're going to get it. Because once they're into the flow in the second period, you see it, they got to come out that way. And I think when they do that, we're going to see a change, and we're going to see what we need.
Sure, they had a lot of attack. I mean, they were pushing and then they weren't following through. Lots of passes that were going straight to Minnesota. It was really sad to watch, but I feel like next time they can definitely do it.
In games like this, how much of it is actually on the team itself or maybe just on the goalie kind of not getting in the position she needed to be in?
I don't know. I was give Soupy a break. She's out here, busting her ass.
Soupy was all in. I was just begging for someone to be out front to help her out. Miller tried her hardest again. She is my fan favorite. She's that unknown back there. Always, she's center, but she's always in the game, right? And they were on her today.
You can't just blame the goalie for things like that. I think she played a great game. It's just cleaning up around the net. There was a lot of goals they scored where it's you just see a rebound go out and they don't clean it up and they don't pass it out. So I think you just got to work on that kind of stuff.
Well, and Daryl Watts actually, so she was a phenomenal last game, phenomenal this game. In my opinion, she honestly had the goal of the game. Interception, faked one side, went the other, completely undressed the goaltender. Do you think that making the adjustment to her going on the second line, that the first line really lost the aggression and Sarah Nurse kind of lost her 1-2 action? Because with Natalie Spooner out, she really doesn't have that person she can kind of play off of.
I definitely think that they complement each other well, and I think switching up the line is always tough to do because especially with the new kids coming in, they just have to try and find their chemistry. But yeah, I think Sarah lost her right-hand gal, if you will, with Spooner gone and Watts now too.
Yeah. I'd say there was a lot of different factors as to why the Sceptres lost. Daryl Watts, she was carrying the team on her back. As soon as Jakes gave the puck away and she got it, I was like, it's going in the back of the net. And that's what happened. So love you, Daryl.
She's already showed what she could do. She's already showed a pedigree, as we talked about last week. A college star, a Toronto 6-star, a star in Ottawa, and Ottawa's heartbroken that they lost her, that they booed her. We should be lucky that she's given us the John Tavares treatment coming back to Toronto and showing us what she can do. Yeah, and I noticed there was a line change, with the Blair Turnbull line back to the other line. It's ultimately, as you said, it was a nice pick, and you were bigging her up last week, and she's made you look good, let me tell you.
Thank you. I kind of made the prediction for Daryl Watts, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think that last 5 minutes when people were really leaving after the 5th goal for Minnesota, I think that really brings down the team, and you could see it even with the choices I think that the coaches made too, where it was well, we have nothing to lose. If we lose by 6-3, it doesn't really matter. The difference between that and 5-3. So it feels like it's a little bit like, it just makes the team feel kind of shit. Like they just are not like in the good mood to continue the game and like finish strong. And like 5 minutes is a lot of game time in hockey. Like there's a lot of chance still, and I felt like they just threw it away.
I think it kind of brings down their momentum and it starts becoming negative, but yeah.
It kind of discourages them when like fans leave, like they don't want to see them because they think they're gonna lose.
Yeah, they probably feel like bad and stuff, that like they didn't play their best.
Oh, I just went because we saw like 2 rows behind us. Everyone had left, and I was like, that must be like, oh, my energy's going down now. Like the fans obviously don't care anymore to be enough. Like it was like almost 2 minutes left still. Like my energy just would have gone down.
Right, exactly. And we know in sports a lot can happen in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they become a bit sad. And yeah.
It feels like they're bored and they have better things to do.
Rude though, rude. The same as my sister.
As a hockey player myself, I think it kind of sucked to see people leave if you're losing. I mean, we're here for the team, so we're going to stay if we win or lose. It was a tough loss today, but I was going to stick it out to the very end no matter what, because TO all the way, baby.
See, exactly. We have a true fan right here. All right, guys. So Minnesota Frost took this one 6-3, the final score. Toronto Sceptres, I mean, they tried their best. They made a massive error in taking Daryl Watts off from the first line to the second line, kind of asked everybody their opinions on that. So hopefully going into the next game, I think the fans kind of had it right. She needs to be on the first line. Had the goal of the game, in my opinion. Take her off the second.
This is Fan First Network.